Yeah, we do.
This is the closest we'll probably get to Netflix Marvel in a
That's the
movie.
most depressing thing I've ever heard.
I mean, I was looking at the director's track record is pretty good. He has some pretty decent movies.
Because they really matter in this universe.
I mean,
It
I
just matters
judge.
based on what the
Hey,
studio
listen,
says.
listen. I judge on. I just want to see what he's capable of.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay, man. Well, welcome to episode 39. Dread it, run from it, but I am inevitable, you bastards. It is not my fault that Captain America only has one good movie in this trilogy. But hey, this is Henny, aka X, @BlackX19 on the tag. Looking Glass episode 39. We're here. Fuck all you niggas. Shout out Baldwin Lie though. Shout out Baldwin Lie. I appreciate them.
am I going?
Yes, you're going.
I mean,
All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Your stake.
This church at Coffee Word God on Twitter. Buff Frost damage on MK. That's all I gotta say. I know NRS is listening to me. You can't do this to me anymore. Been a
No.
loyal follower.
No,
Please buff.
no. Don't do that.
Please
Don't
buff.
give this man more power.
I'm handicapped at this current time. Please buff. That's all. Go ahead.
It's Brandon at Derp Devil. Go ahead and follow me because I'm hungry for the. I need the numbers. I need to pad my stats. So I don't really tweet about anything interesting unless you
Brandon
happen to
Westbrook.
like Destiny, which I'm pretty sure you don't. So like, but still follow me anyway.
Brandon's got good tweets, man.
I know I do. This is Cal Jason and Cal Jason.
Man, let that man chill. He got finals, bro.
I keep thinking that's him. I swear.
I just slid in so I got fucking fun.
Go ahead, Darius.
Hey everyone, this is Darius at Idiot Nova. This week I'm gonna plug in Ultimate Spider-Man by Brian Michael Bendis. Read it. It's what MCU Spider-Man should be, and it's one of the best Spider-Man comic runs ever. Let's get to it.
Reread.
All right, let's go ahead and get to flipping through the pages this week. First thing, Shang-Chi to begin filming after the Eternals. I think Eternals will start filming late this year. How's everybody feel about it?
Ooh. I'm probably gonna be okay. In its early stages, I'm probably the only one hyping it up because I hype things up.
This is never a good sign, by the way.
Hey, but listen, it was the same thing with Solo. If no one's gonna do it, I'll do it.
I mean, I was hyped for that though.
A lot of people are hyped for Solo.
But when it comes to the smaller movies that aren't really like, hey, we like Ant-Man. Look at us thriving. So
Don't relate to me.
we can. But yeah, I've been looking at like whenever a movie shows up with somebody with a character I'm interested in, I go directly to Google. I want to see what type of movies they've made. Turns out I've actually watched some of his movies and I enjoyed them. But that not sure if that'll matter because MCU is retarded. So
Whoa, problematic like.
whatever. They might fuck it up, but if they give him as much control as he deserves,
They
will
won't.
be good.
It's the studio, bro.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, like yeah.
Should probably be a Disney Plus show. To be honest,
Stop.
Yeah, it probably could be a Disney Plus.
I don't know
show,
why it needs a film. Like,
but I mean,
Why not?
I think
Yeah, why not?
they're just trying to introduce him into the general universe.
like what comes with him though? I don't even know anything about him. Like, what
hands.
can you build off of?
Literally
his
straight
movie?
hands.
It's
Like,
literally he's literally.
I know. I'm talking about like the stuff around him, like
Like
the
his
characters
mythos?
around him. Yeah, like
Heroes for Hire.
He's the street. He's the
Wow.
street level hero. Like everyone looks up to. Like oh, call Shang-Chi or Defenders. Hey, we can't do this. Call Shang-Chi. Oh my God, Shang-Chi is here. Even the Avengers. I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
he could be an
Power
Avenger
Rangers.
down the road because he was in Hickman's
he was-
Avengers.
The funniest thing is he became an Avenger like pretty early on, but like he just didn't really show up. Like they
I guess
gave
we're
him
gonna
his
see
card.
Tom Holland Spider-Man be his sidekick at some point. Then
I mean,
Maybe.
he needs
wearing
some.
I hope not.
He needs some lessons.
Yeah,
I
he
hope they go
does.
with I hope they go with the M16 origin where that was pretty cool. But as far as Shang-Chi, he's like in the superhero community, he's like revered. People show up, they need training, they pull up, he trains them. That's his thing. So I hope I at the same time I hope this is an origin. I'm not sure if I want this to be either an origin movie or have him have been there the whole time and then like, oh well, this is what he was doing. I'm not sure.
I mean, look, I'll consume it because it's hands. Like when you get in the theater and it just starts going, like it's gonna be fire because it's just kind of we're all apes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to it, but
it's not like I'm overly critical. It's just like it's
Yeah.
like a weird. It's like when you look at the rest of the slate, it's just weird.
It is very weird. It
Like
stands
it's very
out. And
off-putting, but
that might be a good
and
thing.
maybe
they said R rated. So
They've been
That's just
saying
not gonna be
R-rated for
R-rated.
everything for years. It's
he
not
does
happening.
have a Mac series. So and he was doing Mac stuff in that Mac series. I'm talking.
there's no way that's gonna be
He
R-rated.
was
Yeah, they're
killing
not going to
niggas.
do Black Widow R-rated either, so
He
they're not going
he
to give
was
us one.
fucking bitches. He was doing all that.
All right, next thing, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is to be in shooting in 2020. How's everybody feel about it?
I mean, that means that Suicide Squad is going to start shooting soon, but we already do that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like they probably start shooting in the summer or this summer, or maybe at the end of it, and
Knowing
then
what this,
they wrap up,
yeah,
and
go
then
ahead.
Jim Rifle just goes on to collect another check at Disney. Yeah,
Bro,
Mortal
listen,
enemy.
like knowing what we know about Endgame, I'm even less enthused about this than I was
Man.
before. Because like
Man.
now we know exactly what
Oh,
the
man.
movie's gonna be about. Like, I don't want this. I didn't want it before, but I definitely don't want it now.
Imagine the dialogue between Star-Lord and Thor all movie.
it's just going to be a dick measuring contest the whole time.
And not even an entertaining one. Like
Yeah.
Cap and Iron Man. That's like a contest where I'm like, yeah, but this isn't what I want. This is a downgrade.
No. Maybe Thor will be mature.
Under James Gunn.
No, you're right.
Bro,
Thor.
no. He's gonna
At
be
least
worse.
the movie will look pretty.
Bro, he's
I'll
gonna
say
be
that.
worse than like what Taco Wahidi did, bro. Like it's
Wow.
it's gonna be way worse, man. Way
Just
worse.
and just to make it clear, we're all minorities, so you can't attack us for this.
They weren't going to anyway.
Yeah, they were. There's no point in bringing that up.
They'll probably give us some mercy.
Bro, I don't want
Dread it.
anything in this film.
Run from it.
Like
the Slain
even
still
Rocket
rides.
is not enough to me to really like.
Hey, at the very least, the movie will look good. That's it.
I mean,
How do you
we've
know that?
seen good-looking movies, so I just want some content.
It looks like bubble gum. Like once you get tired of seeing bubble gum in films already, bro. Like I've seen the how the Guardians movies look enough. They like spread it across multiple films. It doesn't look good anymore.
It's crazy because whoever does like the appearances and the effects and shit, they really carry the fucking movie. And people don't talk about that. Oh, it's
That's
the
how
actors.
most
this.
CGI movies go. But
Actors. Hey, listen. I'm just saying. It's like listening to Playboy Cardi without the beat.
What?
I don't know where you were going with it, but
I mean, I get it. I get what you're
I feel
saying.
you, but like, huh?
Watching an MCU movie without good CGI is listening to Playboy Cardi without the beat.
You gotta tweet that
awful.
after we're done
gotta
recording.
Tweet that shit right now. Fuck that.
Yeah, just tweet it.
page, man.
No.
No, tweet that shit on the page.
I mean, you already said it. What's wrong with
Darius sends
tweeting it?
stuff off the page all the time. He's
If
probably
you
got the
mean
account
that
blocked.
shit, tweet it.
The retweets don't feel genuine when they're on the
You just
page.
want all the clout.
Oh my
first.
God.
You just want
I'll
this nigga.
I'll retweet it on the page.
Fair enough.
All right, man. All right. MCU Disney Plus shows are to be 6 to 8 episodes per season. How y'all feel?
That is really good.
Yep.
That's
That's
perfect.
decent.
Good length.
Length.
Yeah,
Perfect length.
not too long, not too short. I like it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Jared Leto says he is open to playing the Joker again if called upon.
Yeah, we knew that.
They're not gonna call him.
They will.
Probably won't.
No, they will. They'll definitely call him
They're
again.
not gonna call him.
He's too. There's too A-list for them not to. They're definitely gonna call him again.
Yeah, I think he deserves a shot because Suicide Squad, as we all know, was not the best representation or time for him to like get the character right at all, and he was just reading what he was given. So it's not really fair for us to.
And I think most people would agree with that. Like I know, like they used to get on Leo a lot, but like nowadays, I feel like people are like,
yeah, like he had like what 15 minutes in that whole movie. It's not fair. It's not.
It's gonna be tough though after watching the Joker film, because then I'm gonna start thinking like, man, I kind of want that Joker, you know. Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah, I think we all want him back.
I feel like okay, like I heard from a friend of mine, they're gonna like really see how Morbius does, and if it's ass,
that's accurate. I mean,
first and last Marvel movie. But if it takes off, at least the way a minor character could take off, like if it gets the Ant-Man treatment, which I don't know if it would, then they're going.
What does that mean?
I'm surprised he hasn't played a vampire before yet.
Means it's
Has he?
critically acclaimed, but doesn't make too much money.
Okay.
Were the Ant-Man movies critically acclaimed?
Yeah.
So the first one was, yeah.
People, it got really good reviews. It didn't.
If you consider like high 80s critically acclaimed.
It made.
Wait, audience score or critic score?
Both.
The one that matters to the Twitter.
Well, both were good. Yeah.
The audience score definitely does not.
You're right. All right, moving on. MK11 DC dialogue has been obtained via data mining, and it confirms at least 4 of the rumored DLC characters. First, Spawn, Ash, Terminator, and Joker. How's everybody feel about it?
Why does it only have the guess? Why would those be the only ones they confirm?
Because people are probably more excited about those, or not more excited, but it'll get more people hype.
Yeah, those are probably the biggest ones.
3 of these except for Joker.
Joker, yeah, Joker doesn't belong. Second of all, I just gotta say, I'm finally get to play as my horror movie icon and the GOAT, Ash Williams, and he's deserved to be in this franchise since like the jump.
Terminator, honestly, Terminator fits really well just because the story's a lot about robot stuff. But it's kind of like at the same time, I'm like, you got like 3 robots you could use instead that are actually from MK. But I'm not that bothered by it. Like that stuff doesn't really upset me. That I'm not gonna like. It's like with Alien and Predator. Like I'm like, yeah, they don't belong, but like I can't deny that like that's like an exciting.
Like it was like Alien and Predator. And
like when are we ever gonna get that again? It's like that kind of thing. So and Spawn, bro. People been asking for Spawn in these
forever.
For like 6 years.
I'm glad it's finally happening.
Yeah, I can't. The way the game looks, the way the game, like the effects look, I can't wait to see how he looks in this game. Yeah, Ash fits too. Definitely fits.
Watch Evil Dead. Watch all 3, and then watch Ash versus Evil Dead.
Are we gonna have a conversation on how they whitewash Cyrax by putting him in a robot?
What are you talking about?
What? Wouldn't that be chrome washing instead?
What are you talking about?
Would that be painting actually?
Brandon, what are you talking about, bro?
Just keep going. I've been trying to get that off for like 3 weeks. I just haven't had the opportunity.
All right, man. You see, man.
Anyway,
take the wind out of sails better than anyone else, man.
I don't even know what to say to that. Like I'm genuinely perplexed sitting here.
Like I said, it takes all your momentum away. You're like,
all right, man. Next thing we got Borderlands 3 is officially revealed. Borderlands 3 is officially revealed this week. How y'all feel about it? God damn, nigga.
Me and Darius are about to eat.
Yeah, Darius, you go first.
We're about to eat. They did so many good things. So first of all, they basically the loot system wasn't like broken or anything before, but one of the big changes that I like is if you drop any loot and you don't like get to pick it all up, you can basically get all that loot back on the home base ship, which is a big ass help because I'm tired of like always forgetting guns or not being able to pick everything up.
It's like Destiny.
Yeah. And then the second thing is co-op play looks the best it's ever been, where they adjust the levels based on whoever you're playing as. So like if your friend is like level 25 and you're 10, they'll get the level 25 enemies, and then you'll get the level 10 enemies. So it's like not a big gap when it comes to like playing the game anymore. And the game just looks so good. That's all I can say.
Yeah, like you like it's kind of a weird comparison, but like when you have a show that you really love that is like, if it had more budget, it'd be even better. Like Borderlands 3 looks like it's the same game that you fell in love with, but they got so much more money into it. Like, like Borderlands 1 and 2, like as much as I love them, like sometimes the experience was like very monotonous because like especially in one,
yeah, but
like,
two
bro,
they fixed it.
Every area would look the same.
Yeah,
like every area it would just be that brown. You're just like, all right, it's
fun, but it looked kind of like dull. But then
it's like now we're going to different worlds and everything's just popping. Like the weapons are even more creative than before.
I didn't think it was possible, but to make it more creative, but they did. They got different firing modes and everything. Guns that walk. Like what else do you need?
Trees are even more complicated now, though.
Can't you use all 3 skill trees?
Yeah, I think I know you can. Yeah, you can. And then like Zane, I think can use like 2 abilities at a time.
At the same time, yeah. And the main story is 30 hours long, so I'm eating.
That weapon thing, like the ability to not have to share, basically, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's such a huge thing because I'd be playing with a friend and we would be like, okay, you grab this one and I'll grab this one. And like each time a loot would like new chests would come, we would swap who gets the better weapon. And just not having to do that anymore is just, it's just nice to feel like there's like an equal experience. And you can even go back to classic mode if you want. Like you can't make it so you guys are
I don't know why you would, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. But they just worked on balancing and just the aesthetic. And when you can tell a game is gonna pop, like before DMC5 came out, like you knew it was gonna be gas because everything that they fed you is exactly what you wanted. This is another example of that. Like they're saying it with their chest, like the amount of gameplay they showed the other day, and this game's like 4 months away. Like this game is gonna be, it might be the best one yet.
Oh, it definitely will be. Especially, I think the villains are cool too. They're basically just like douchey live streamers.
Yeah, and like we're getting all the like a bunch of the old characters back still. Like Borderlands doesn't get enough credit for how like much better each game has been.
Right.
Like stuff they improve on. So it's just gonna be fire, man. I'm looking forward to it.
And no microtransactions here soon enough.
Like there's microtransactions like cosmetically, which people are still gonna complain about, but
they will, but it doesn't matter. It's just cosmetic. I don't care.
Exactly. So
I need this game now.
Shout out to Borderlands for making PewDiePie a villain. I just want to give him a quick shout out. I'm gonna have real fun with that. Wow. If I ever buy this game with taking out Ninja and PewDiePie. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be an absolutely great time. I love it.
It's my favorite looter shooter ever. Like I do like Destiny a lot.
Borderlands 2 is the greatest looter shooter ever. As of right now.
Borderlands like makes me laugh more than most games. Like it's not just like a shooting or grindy thing. Like Borderlands is very unique in the stuff that it does. So yeah.
If you're listening, that's your homework. Play Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel.
And then play the
Tales from Borderlands.
I heard the Telltale games are very important to the lore.
Yeah, I heard that too. But I guess I got to get on that. But yeah, play all of them. They're good.
All right. Next thing we got is the first trailer for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. How did everybody feel about it? And the backlash from it. How'd y'all feel about it?
It's just funny.
It's really not that bad.
Jim
I don't think it's that bad at all.
But go.
Looks like a kid's movie.
Yeah. See, this is what I hate about these type of movies. These grown-ass people, these 30-year-olds, they get on here and they bitch about it. This is for kids.
I mean, to be fair, just because it's for kids doesn't mean it has to look garbage.
Pikachu is for kids, but it looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks like kids will enjoy it. Like people, I'm gonna take my cousins and they probably gonna fuck with it. They don't really know what like they played Sonic, but they don't know like the lore. They don't read the comics,
I feel bad for James Marsden because how does he keep getting involved in movies like this?
Yes, man.
I mean, he's a bitch in every movie. So like he was a bitch in X-Men movies. So
anyway,
I can't. I want to threaten you, but you're kind of
right
because
I know I'm right.
But I think in my head, like how a Sonic movie would be, it'd probably be a lot like this.
Similar, yeah, but the movie looks kind of like bland. I think the coolest thing about Sonic has always been like the different stages and like his world, but they're like he's like in our world, if that makes sense. And it's just like
When they
It's
do
like
that in
Sonic
the games,
X, but
it
live
doesn't-
action.
It hardly ever like it's like if they made Sonic 06 a movie.
oh god, yeah,
I just want
that,
to say, Sonic is out here built like Luna Star, bro. He built like Luna Star. It's
Well, they're
crazy to
gonna-
see.
I don't know who that
and they're
is.
I
gonna
don't know who
I
that
don't know
is, but
either.
it's probably a porn star.
Yeah, does she have two R's at the end of her name?
No, it's one, but yeah, she is a porn star.
Okay, because
Yeah,
you know,
I
like
thought
two
so.
R's would definitely
Yeah,
tip me off that that's what she is.
I think Jim Carrey is gonna do good because it's
He looked like
Eggman.
Eggman, man.
Yes, he does.
At the
This
end,
is how-
at the end of the trailer,
The
especially, he
running
looks like Eggman.
like effects look nice.
They do.
Yeah, it's just yeah. I
Just
think
I mean, like I don't even care that much about his look, but I know they're gonna fix it. So
At the expense
feel
of the
bad.
animators.
Yeah, I feel really bad for the CGI people because they probably told them like this shit ain't good, and they're like, "Let's just run with it and see what happens." That's what happened.
But see, the thing is, these people like okay, I hate to. CGI is tough, but the thing is, like these people online have done a better job for free. And
That's
I'm not
better
saying
in like question marks. And they
okay,
Yeah.
it looks better, and it's just a slight. It seems like to me, and I don't know enough about the CGI business or how it works, but it just seems like a small tweak is needed. It like none of these. Whenever people complain, nothing is like outlandishly bad.
you fix his eyes and his hands, he's probably fine.
yeah.
He literally
that's-
just the nose, like
It
the
looks like he has a
eye.
neck beard.
It's
I
just
like-
his face. The
Do
way
you
his
feel
face
seen?
is positioned.
Fuck
That's
you.
the only thing that needs to be changed. Damn.
Honestly-
Oh, I remember that too. I'm sorry, Henny.
I like the way people are like, oh, he's built weird. I'm like, when has he never not been built weird, to be honest?
Bro, they were
Also, he's a
complaining that
little
he was in a
tall.
car.
He's a
Yeah, they
little
were
tall.
complaining that he was in a car.
Like, bro,
Them complaining about Sonic
run
being in a car
everywhere?
was like folks being complaining that Storm was getting rained on, bro. That shit was
Yeah.
hilarious.
like, if you're gonna complain, man, just like
There's plenty to complain about.
that's what you choose. That's my thing. People fixate on weird things in film criticism, and I always find it just hilarious. Like that's what you're worried about? Him being in a car? Come on. Whatever.
I just want better for them.
Yeah.
I really
Sonic fans are hilarious though because they don't like anything, and I'm a big Sonic fan. Most of the time they do not like anything. I think you could feed them anything, and they probably would have hated it.
To be honest, this movie is worth it just to see the fan base
Right?
crumble.
Exactly. That's
'Cause
why
it's
we're
funny.
gonna gas it. I'm gonna gas it for that reason.
You are
Exactly, I
damn
am
villain.
too.
Put Shadow in it. Make sure Supersonic is in it too. I want
Please put Shadow in this
Silver.
movie,
Put
running around with a
Silver. I wanna
Glock,
see
bro.
Silver, Amy.
Yeah, put them
Knuckles.
all in here, bro.
Yeah, let me get the
Put
whole
Knuckles, but make it like Sonic Boom Knuckles, where he's just big as shit.
Yeah. No, he was bro.
I
He
miss
was
Black
like he was
Knuckles.
he built like Michael Vick. Like
Yeah, I miss Black Knuckles, man. Knuckles used to be raw and not a brainlet, but now he
Oh my
is.
God.
It's sad.
All right, moving on to the
disgusting
next
black
thing.
creature.
Get out of my sight. All right,
Hate
man.
that movie.
All right, next thing. This week in comics of the Marvel side, what did everybody read?
I don't remember. I know I read a lot. I don't
Amazing
remember.
Spider-Man. Is that it? That's
I heard
it.
people were trashing X-Men this week.
Oh
When
yeah,
are they
this
not
shit was
trashing?
So it's another week, pretty much. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only
Scott
had one-
doesn't remember Emma, so that's nice.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he doesn't remember her. Everyone else does, but he doesn't. And heck,
Oh,
can't
you
wait
know,
till
you already know what's happening when Jean comes back. You already know what's happening.
if he touches Gene, if Gene touches him, I'm going to Marvel Studios or office, whatever. I don't know. Whoever I need to speak to, Rosenberg, whatever his name is. We're gonna have words. But don't. This isn't a threat. I'm really just gonna sit him down
It's
and
a
talk
threat.
to him.
It's a threat.
It's a threat. It's a threat. I'm smoking out the whole building. It's a threat.
Oh,
The good thing was Wolverine decided he wanted to act big, and then he got choke slammed by Scott, and I laughed. But that was the only good part of the comic. So.
was that actually? Or you just enjoy seeing Wolverine bitched?
Yeah, because but at least you can't say that's out of character, because in every comic where he tries to beat up Scott, he gets beat up. So, it is what it is. I don't.
Speaking of Wolverine
that,
beating niggas up, Savage Avengers came out this week, and that was really good.
That was good.
That team is still
I
really weird to
entertained
me.
it for the slightest of seconds, and I was like, I can't do this.
Bro, it was good. It was really good.
It was actually good.
It was confusing. I'm not sure what
It's
the whole.
It's a lot of oonga boonga on one team.
Yes,
like
it's a lot.
That's literally the whole point of the team, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
Oonga boonga.
I'm good.
It's literally brainless.
I can imagine it, and I think that's enough for me.
But it's no. You need to read it. It's very. The
I'm not
first,
going
okay,
to, bro.
you need to. It's like all
Put
new,
lore
all
on
different
it, and then
Moon Knight.
maybe.
It's confusing, but it works.
The roster seems like somebody threw together as a joke, and they ran with
like
it.
something Henny would put together in a
Yeah.
thread.
I wasn't
You know
gonna
what I
say
mean?
it.
Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
almost to a T. Maybe a couple characters in and out of it, but Wolverine and Venom would absolutely be in a team Henny put together.
Absolutely.
Henny, if we're wrong, please tell us.
You're wrong.
Okay, you just lied, but
I wouldn't put Brother Voodoo on the team, but besides that, I'll probably put everyone else on the team.
That's not what Church said. He said
he's just the token black. That's it. Unless you count Venom, I don't know.
Why would we? Yeah, never mind. See, we have to use it right every single time.
you had to see that coming.
Like, and Henny would definitely call it Savage Avengers too. That's the funniest thing. This is like Henny's book. This is Henny's book, which is why I won't read it. And Punisher would definitely be on there.
I don't even like Punisher, bro. Hold up.
You'd put him on there though.
I don't like Punisher. No, fuck that nigga.
Why don't you like Punisher?
I feel like you'd.
He's a Nazi. That's why.
We just lost like 5
you like the
fans
midget
right now. We just had 5.
Midget Canadian ain't fight with Hydra, bro.
No,
league up with Hydra.
Nick Spencer is shit. Fuck Nick Spencer. That was so out of character.
You sound very upset.
I am upset.
Do you guys believe it's been like 2 years already?
Who's probably listening to this right now?
What? Secret Empire?
Yeah.
Yes, that was out of character. There's no.
We need like a reflective segment.
No, it's been a year and a half.
Yeah,
it's practically 2 years. We round up here.
But Henny, you can't hate Punisher because of that. Because Nick Spencer.
Yes, I can.
No,
I don't think you can hold anything against anybody for Secret Empire.
You can't, because everything was like, okay, with the Deadpool thing, I can see that because Deadpool has been previously known to be easily persuaded. He wants to impress people, so I kind of get it. And he was like, then that whole issue when he told Clint, I could have turned you in any time, but I didn't tell anyone about your base. See, that's good writing.
You're putting in a lot of effort into convincing you some shit that's not going to change.
Yes, but the whole Punisher thing, that was very out of character. He does not want his family back. He does things his own way. He doesn't need Captain America. And he's right. They love him slaughtering over Captain America. Stop. Awesome. He doesn't care about him that much. So wrong. So that was a bad run. You cannot hate Frank Castle because of that run. Because it was trash. And you know what? We should have an episode reflecting on it. It's been a long time. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Exactly. That's
we should.
Like Amazing Spider-Man's been good, and I like this arc. It's fun.
Very consistent. Yeah. Very consistent book.
Very consistent.
It's very interesting. Some of the issues I was like, but none of them been bad. So it's good.
Craven's a sicko.
Craven's my goat.
God damn.
It's one of my favorite Spidey villains.
War of the Realms is also fire. I just want to say that.
I'm only reading the War of the Realms stuff for like when Wait comes.
I'm just looking. I'm just trying to figure out what they're doing with Loki and when he's going to get the hammer. So I can
I'm actually letting War of the Realms stack. So
I don't.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Like I don't even know. I can't. The build, like the whole event, won't pay off for me. So like maybe if I go back, I'll get to it at some point.
That's been good though. We got booked to see Berserker Thor, which is fire. Yeah, crazy how Thor with one arm and half a hammer is better than MCU Thor, but
Are we talking about Endgame this week? By the way,
we talked about it last week.
Talked about it last.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it again.
I feel like we need a whole episode for that.
We do. With everyone, like we can't be missing anyone.
Yeah.
Well, shit. If I wasn't graduating next week, we could do it next week. But what else we got on the fucking agenda this week? All right, next thing, Marvel TV news. Phil Lord and Chris Miller are developing a Spider-Man Spider-Verse TV universe. How's everybody feel?
Thank God.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
deserve the
Very good.
9-figure deal that they got because they knocked it out of the park with
Did
Spider-Man.
they say? Did you say 9-figure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got a 9-figure deal.
Jesus Christ!
Brandon's gonna be outside their door begging for Otto.
Yes, I will.
I mean, I wouldn't be
Yes, I will.
surprised.
I'll be right there because
I
they
want
gave me a
everybody.
good version. Bro, Liv was dope as hell. She was a very cool villain.
Is
Yep.
it gonna be animated? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, it was a 9-figure deal. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Jesus
Bro,
Christ!
please give me Superior. I don't know. I know you guys aren't listening to this, but please
I mean,
give me Superior. Please,
he
I'll do
could show
anything.
up. You never know.
I'll do anything. And when I say
Off.
anything, I mean anything. I will sacrifice my family for Superior.
We need
Because
that Fire
Do you
Festival.
have any actual
Yeah.
thoughts about the deal, Brandon?
Yes, I do, and it's amazing because of what could happen. We saw
Okay,
that end
just
credit
stick
scene.
with
We
that. You
saw
don't
that
have
end
to.
credit scene with Otto. Hey, Darius, listen, I know you're
Please just
slandering
stick with
me.
that. You're worrying me. This whole
No,
episode, you've been scaring me.
no.
He's always
I'm just
right.
passionate. I'm just passionate.
That's why passion is scary.
But hey, only real niggas have passion. So yeah.
That's
Mm.
that's not how that works. But
That was a very hard quote. I want people to quote that. Real niggas have passion.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit.
keep it
And
moving.
you know what?
Keep it moving.
If we ever meet, I'm destroying that fucking soundboard. I'm
You might not
throwing it out
have
of the
to,
window.
bro. It'll just break next week, anyways.
You can't destroy what's a program. You can't destroy software.
He's just gonna break
I
your
will.
computer.
Yeah, I will throw your computer out the window.
We
I
got
hate that fucking soundboard, man. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, we're looking forward to Spider-Man Spider-Verse TV show universe. Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next thing. Marvel and Hulu announced a live-action Hellstrom Runaway season 3 and Ghost Rider starring Gabriel Luna. How's everybody feel about it?
Bro, I love Ghost Rider so much, so I'm
It's
hyped.
ambience. It's pure ambience.
Yeah, it's definitely like a character that is a lot bigger than he
Gets treated.
gets treated. Because
Yeah.
like you think about it from like a pure power standpoint, and it makes no sense. I always talk about like with people like if I could trade one character to DC, it would probably be Ghost Rider because I would like to see him in that universe. Like it's not that he doesn't fit; it just they don't treat him with the stature that he's supposed to have.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on the Avengers now, so
Yeah, but like, Johnny's like fucking king of hell, and
Yeah.
like they haven't talked about it since.
I'm not
I mean,
a big
they-
Robbie Reyes fan because I
they
tried
are
2 of
talking
his
about it.
runs, but
in the next issue.
yeah. I mean,
Oh.
this is the show being announced is cool, and hopefully, I like come around to him. It's not that Robbie isn't likable; it's just the 2 books I've read just aren't good.
Yeah, they're not. They're really not.
They're just not good.
I don't know what they need to do to fit like to get a book out there like that I really really care about. It's just
For him.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just for any of them at this point, I would take
maybe get somebody of color to write them.
maybe.
Maybe
I
that'll
mean,
work.
as far as
It's-
Robbie goes, he feels authentic. Like I'm not.
Yeah,
you
he
can
does.
say
At the same time, though, and like with the identity and all that, like because of what Ghost Rider is, like
You don't need to feel authentic to be
yeah,
Ghost Rider.
his race is like hardly even a factor.
Very.
He's like a he's a
For
H&L.
sure.
Like it's different. I think
That's fair.
a good writer, like Donnie Cates or something, you know,
Yeah.
Or
someone
Chip
that can,
Zdarsky.
yeah, someone that can like really carry the horror and like just elevate him because that's what he's in need of. Like he's in need of like the Hulk, Immortal Hulk treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. That would be great.
That's what he needs to reestablish what Ghost Rider is because like he's just, you know,
I would really
kind of
argue
floating.
his version of Ghost Rider is like, and people are gonna get on me for this, but I feel like his version is more personally, at least to him, worse than what Johnny has. With the whole demon, you have this murderer who was the one responsible for why your little brother is paralyzed, sitting inside of you. He can take you over at any moment.
See, it
And
sounds interesting, but like, what's
yeah,
the stories?
The potential is there, and I wouldn't say any of the comics he's had were awful. They're just missing something.
It's just
Like,
mid that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're just missing something.
He's not a bad character, and I don't like
He's
it.
not.
The stories aren't good.
And I would rather see him, but it is what it is. I hope it's good. I'm gonna be definitely checking it out.
I don't know enough about Hellstrom.
Shield to get to him anymore.
My only exposure to Hellstrom was a New Avenger story like 4 or 5 years ago. Besides that,
he was in Spirits of Vengeance too, but I forgot about that book even existed.
I never read it.
Does anyone care about Runaways?
I will like season 1. I put season 2 on the back burner just because I forgot.
Season 2 was decent.
About them.
It was pretty. It was okay.
It has like the air of a CW show, and I don't even want to touch it.
Actually, okay, listen. Look,
here we go.
I'm not going to hype up Runaways, but it is better than the CW show. I will say that.
Well, it's a very low bar to climb.
It is, but it crosses that bar, even if it's a very low one.
Yeah, Runaways isn't bad, or at least season 1 wasn't bad. I was thoroughly invested.
There's no major inconsistencies where I'm like, wait, what the fuck? This is shit. I'm just watching it. It's just a little chill. It's in the background. I'm paying attention. That's, I don't mind it. It's good. But,
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's get someone else. Anyone else got anything else? Next thing we got MCU news. Spider-Man: Far From Home is allegedly going to introduce the multiverse into the MCU. Someone tweeted out some very interesting details today. Give me 1 second to find it. Shout out Ted for leaking me this. Ed Grace Randolph said that apparently Spider-Man: Far From Home not only introduces the multiverse, but whoever wasn't dusted is in college while Peter, Ned, and I guess MJ are still in high school after being brought back. And there's also a possibility of Tony coming back as an alternate universe version of himself, or as an AI like in Secret Empire. So yeah, that's what
Tony coming back as either would be garbage. Like let the death marinate,
bro.
Yeah,
everything you just said stinks.
I kind of want Tony back, but I don't want him back.
Why?
He doesn't need to come back.
I want Tony back because it's Tony.
That literally negates the whole end of Endgame.
Listen, I don't want him back right away.
He doesn't need to come back at all.
I feel like he already sort of did like the AI Easter egg at the end of Endgame with like the recording because it looked like Tony as an AI. I was like, that's the last I need to see of you, buddy. You served. I don't want to see him ever again.
I do, but like I don't want to see him right away. Like let it marinate. I don't know, maybe
let it go, man.
Just let him die.
Handle the glove, bro.
I won't let him die.
Can I just say that the multiverse thing, if it is true, would make sense why Far From Home would be the last Phase 3 movie, if that is true. It probably is true. And Spider-Man and the multiverse go together like PB and J. So
I know that.
So and
it's just, I'm not.
It's like what I said before about Peter's circle basically all being snapped, and everybody else is gone. It's like
not his whole circle, just like his three.
His three friends are his whole circle. You know what I mean?
I mean his main side characters.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, just assume that they all got dusted. They all got dusted. It makes sense. It's still very lame that they're keeping him in high school, but yeah.
I can't
Big
get
trash.
For Far From Home, and I just don't know why.
I really want to like Far From Home, but everything. Well, I like Mysterio, and
he's acting like it's the Mysterio, the route they're going. Like I'm not excited for it all. Like
I mean, it's typical.
I'm pretty sure Jake Gyllenhaal's gonna do a fire job. So I'm not.
Yeah, he's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, of course he is. But
which Mysterio is he? Is he Quentin? If he's Quentin, then Quentin has done hero shit.
He's the original one. He's the original one.
They're saying he's from an alternate universe.
Are they doing the Spider-Man? Oh my!
If they do the Spider-Man thing, it wouldn't be the worst idea. But
please no.
No. Henny, you're gonna like it anyway because Tom Holland's your goat, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Tom Holland is the greatest.
So you're gonna like whatever he's in. Okay,
I didn't say that. As
long as we have that down, we have that.
I just started this podcast saying Civil War was enjoyable mid. I literally just started this podcast saying that.
Well, clarify something for me. Okay.
All right.
Did the enjoyable parts of it have anything to do with Spider-Man?
Of Civil War?
Yes.
I mean,
So we got you on record saying
Got
that
it,
you'll
bro.
enjoy anything that he's in. All right.
Ladies and
That's all I
No,
want to
that's
know.
not what I'm saying.
No,
That's
no,
not what I'm
no.
saying.
Horrible
That's
mid.
clever. That was clever as shit, but that's not what I'm saying.
No, that's what.
Horrible mid because of Giant Man, which I 100% agree
I mean,
with.
no, it's fire because Giant Man is in it. Like, what are you talking
mean,
The
about?
action sequences in Civil War were good. I enjoyed them. The final fight, it's just a story. It's never the action. It's never the action. Even the action in Ragnarok was pretty good. I like seeing Thor come
Let's
down,
not go
lightning.
that far.
Hey, listen, no, because
He just
even
raided.
seeing Thor in
Can we not
I
talk
don't know,
about Thor?
whatever Searcher or whatever his name is, it's never the action. It's always the story. That's
But
why I
anyways,
said-
Far From Home, I'm just not. I'm not. Like, it's not even Tom Holland that's making me not excited for it.
Yeah, it's not him. It's rarely ever these actors. It's just the
He's
way
like
that they're written.
he's like the right puzzle piece,
In
wrong.
the wrong puzzle. Or being jammed into the side of the puzzle from the outside of the box.
Yeah, it's oh
Like,
god.
I need this movie to do so many things for me to like this character, and if it doesn't, at least improve his character a little bit, the Slandergini shall ride.
I mean,
And-
it's probably gonna ride
Bro, it's
regardless.
also
No,
like,
no, I want to like his character, but
it's also
yeah.
I know Spider-Man has a lot of suits, but I would like to see him spend some time in his original. You know,
Yeah,
Agreed.
just from an icon standpoint, because he already doesn't have most of his stuff. You taking that away from me too. You putting
Like
him in
what?
like he doesn't have the Daily Bugle. He doesn't have hair.
Oh, yeah, okay,
He doesn't
that's
have
fair.
a lot of stuff that make people like Spider-Man. So then you just put him in all these different suits. It's like it's like he's his own different versions of Spider-Man.
They got rid of Harry and gave him Gonk. Which, if you don't know what we're talking about Ned, whose real fucking name is Gonk.
They
But
should have just given him Harry.
And bro, I love
which they should have just given us fucking Miles. But you know,
you guys know that because it's like
Oh.
representation and all that. But it's just like it's
Hey.
why.
and I saw a tweet about this. They said, okay, so let's see. Let's flash back to.
Where you going?
let's
What is he
flashback
talking
to-
about?
Let's flash back to Spider-Man. Let's flash
Where
back
are
to
you-
Spider-Man.
I don't know.
Homecoming.
well,
And he said,
okay.
when in that little scene, everybody went crazy over. Childish Gambino was in it. He said, "Hey,
Donald Glover.
my nephew.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm gonna bring it up. My nephew.
Oh,
my
I know where you're
10-year-old
going with
nephew.
this, Brandon.
It's
Oh.
5 years in the future
Oh.
now, so he should be 15.
We don't know if he was
So-
10.
He literally said he was 10.
He's
He said,
definitely
"I have a
older.
10." He said, "I
No,
have a 10-year-old nephew."
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He said, I have a nephew who lives around here.
Yeah, he didn't say 10.
Yeah.
He didn't say 10.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
but, hey,
See,
Let's-
even if
we can
Miles is
assume he
like
was pretty
old
young.
enough now, I don't want him learning from Peter, this version of
Yeah, he-
Peter.
I think if Miles put on the suit right now with powers, he'd probably be better than Peter.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
he
Keep
would.
it. Wait, hold up. Keeping it a grip. Miles don't really learn that much from Peter anyway.
Yeah, he
That's
does.
true, but they try and do some type of mentorship thing because they already
Like-
did though. They already took Miles'
What can
mentorship
Peter
thing and
teach
gave it to
Miles
Peter.
in this universe.
Nah, because even when he came
How to
to
lose.
616, he wasn't relying on Peter like that.
He wasn't, and I agree.
That's what I just said.
Yeah,
Oh.
he just said that.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
I
They
mean,
might.
they had a mentorship going in Ultimate Spider-Man too. So
And
Bro, you know
every white hero needs a black sidekick anyway.
Bro, you know what's funny? Another thing is that they made they put Betty Brant in high school with Peter. That was,
They
like, really
did,
cool.
and she didn't say a word, did she?
And no, she said the fuck Mary kill thing in the gym,
Oh,
and then she said something on the news prompter.
Betty Brant Origins. Make
Bro,
a
it is
spinoff.
hilarious how hollow everything around Peter is.
Yeah, his world isn't really carved out. It's like
He's great.
he's in the Avengers world, and his little section just is not good.
I mean, that's how the whole MCU works.
It's like the inverse.
unfortunately,
Like Hulk is shit, and he's like the wrong puzzle piece and the right.
Man, turn that up. Turn that up.
It's crazy because like Peter's so much bigger than all of this, man. But he's like hampered by. I don't even know if it's the MCU's fault though, because like the Sony stuff.
It's Sony's fault.
So it's just like I don't know. It's just there's always like a but with me when it comes to Peter, like with Spider-Man in this universe. That's why I much rather just watch the Sony stuff because like I know I'm not gonna miss out on anything. But yeah, whatever. Multiverse. Okay.
nothing else we could say.
Weird movie
I'll
I'm
watch
interested
it.
in,
I'll be
but all
there.
right.
I'll be there day zero. It's okay. Whatever. They'll get my money. Nice.
Well, because Yeah. All right. So next thing we got DC Comics this week in comics. What everybody read?
I read Deceased. That's it.
I totally.
Oh, I didn't read that.
Came out.
Deceased was good. The art's a little wonky, but
The art is weird. It is very weird.
we learned what the anti-life equation does, and this is bad. This is very, very bad.
What happened?
What happened? Take it away.
The first off, they captured Cyborg and used the anti-life equation and mixed it with Cyborg's kind of AI in his computer system, so the virus gets spread through social media.
Oh,
Right?
brother, we're
So
finished.
basically, if you look at a screen with the anti-life equation on it, you turn into this beast or like
Weird zombie thing.
yeah.
And as you can tell, everyone's getting infected by it really quick. Superman stops John and Damian and Lois from getting infected. However, Batman did not stop Dick and Tim getting infected from it, and they managed to bite him. We don't know if they transfer it like that yet, for sure. But you know, it seems the reason that the Batman is now infected. So
yeah, it's not looking good. I don't know.
So yeah, it was a really good first issue. I really enjoyed it. I want to see where they go from here.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. Tom Taylor.
Next thing, yeah, get Tom Taylor Eisner, keeping the campaign going. Deathstroke was also fired this week. Terminus Agenda. Damian is a fucking sicko.
Get on the wave. I've always loved Damian.
Damian's a sicko. This man captured a bunch of people, then put a virus in them that stayed dormant until they walked out the crib.
Well,
bro.
Deathstroke activated it. He didn't have.
but
Damian didn't actually have the guts to do it.
But he still did it.
The foundation for it. He just didn't go all the way.
Do it.
Which is a great character point that Priest implemented. Because, like I said, when Priest gets a hold of writing young characters, he just snaps. And it's just a shame because a lot of, like, when they go back to their other books, they drop off a cliff. Because Priest is just a wizard with it, bro. Like, and the way he writes Deathstroke is just fire.
You just convinced me I definitely have to read Terminus Agenda now because Damian's my goat and I love this Teen Titans run. So
I've been telling you
now I do. I love Glass.
I've been telling you that, bro.
Run.
And like,
I don't think I'm smart enough to read Deathstroke though,
bro. No one is. All right, no one is.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like
this arc is understandable though, so it feels great. And then Destro got, Amico put an arrow through his eye.
Allegedly.
Yeah, so we know he's not dead though.
I mean, he was already blind once in the series. So.
It's a good shot. Him and Deathstroke and Damian's like relationship is so strange. It's like Damian like tries to prove stuff to him because they're somewhat alike, I guess.
Damian wanted to kill this man or imprison him for life because he fucking rubbed his head once, bro.
Yeah, it's like he gets under Damian's skin so bad, and I don't know if it's like it. I think like Wally brought it up, like this means so much more to Damian than just like what we're seeing. I think it's just like Damian trying to like he doesn't want to be like him, so it just gets him so angry because I don't know. It's weird. Like I said, their relationship is so strange. Like,
to be honest, if Slade rubbed my head too, I'd be a little concerned.
Yeah, I would be,
just knowing who he is.
That make me feel some type of way.
Oh my god!
At least he ain't give him the Vegeta eyes like he did Gohan, bro.
Oh god.
Yeah.
All right. Batman also dropped this week. He's finally out of the goddamn nightmares. Really great issue. Great callback to Iron Bane. How everybody feel about it,
bro?
We're talking cash shit.
I'm tired.
Man's pulled up like, I'm saying? I could beat your ass today. But I want to go home, get some tea, and we're going to be back at it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
It was so funny.
He ain't had to do him like that. Yeah. He held him and Freeze so bad.
Freeze always gets hold, though.
Bro, he said, Freeze, you really want to do that? You really want to try this again?
He's like, bro, we've been through this. I have whooped your ass umpteen times. Do you really want to get your ass whooped again? That's my goat right there. That's my goat right there.
That was
beating niggas' asses and giving bars. That's my man.
And the last book I read was Green Lantern. If you want to be on some real Oonga Boonga like Deathstroke, read Green Lantern, bro. It's like a fever dream of someone like on like LSD.
Sounds like Grant Morrison.
Yeah, basically.
I definitely gotta read it.
So basically, like, Hal got trapped inside of his ring. in the middle of space and met
He
his
got what?
Yeah, he met his AI.
Did he fuck her?
It sounded like he wanted to, but nah. His inside his ring is almost like its own dreamscape
World?
society that's constantly trying to cave itself in, and it deteriorates inside the ring when he loses power. So because his ring was almost out, the society inside his ring, like in the things inside, try to kill his AI, and so he had to like save it basically, and he got found by other lanterns, and they charged his ring and got him out of there. But like Morrison is doing a really good job. Like it is really just a white nigga highlight tape for Hal, but like it doesn't mean it's not good. Like even if you dislike Hal, it's really good. Like it's some like Hal be going through shit. Like whether you dislike him or like him, the stories and stuff he gets caught into. I don't know how if any other lantern could really eat it like he could. I think that's like the whole purpose. So I definitely recommend this book. The first couple issues, man, my brain matter was leaking out of my ear, man. Because like Hal was undercover for the Guardians. I think he infiltrated the Black Stars or whatever, and I didn't know. Nobody knew what he was doing until like an issue ago. So we were just like, "What is Hal? What's happening?" But he was just going undercover, and yeah. So now he's back, and I'm interested to see where the arcs go from here. But yeah, definitely give that a read if you're smart enough, I guess.
Did y'all read Young Justice this week?
Yep.
No, but I want to.
Yep.
Fire issue. Fire issue. A lot of great callbacks to the old runs. I really enjoyed this book.
Yeah. Art's a little eh.
Nah, Gleason's doing fine.
I don't. Yeah. It's okay.
When he's off, you can tell.
Yeah,
this overall, I like his art.
I was like,
I wouldn't say it's like Batman or Robin level Gleason, but it's not bad. So
I think how many other things is he doing other than this?
This might be it.
That's it. All right, bro. Okay.
This might be his phone in book. So
true.
All right. Next thing we got on the agenda. First thing, Aqualad. Black Aqualad is rumored to be joining Titan season 2. How's everybody feel about it?
They kind of keep adding, or it's rumored at this point, but they keep adding in new characters, and I don't know if it's going to be like just like maybe an episode, or he's like a minor character, and over time he joins the roster. If that's the route they take, then that's cool. But I really, really hope it's like either Young Justice Aqualad or Brightest Day Aqualad. I don't want to see the Rebirth Aqualad because he's garbage.
I want Chief Keef Aqualad.
I don't think they'll get Rebirth Aqualad.
Yeah, I want Dreadhead Aqualad too. So
I mean, unless Man's just out here taking cheeks like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want Rebirth Aqualad.
It does seem like Titans gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and I don't know if that's like a good thing or not.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Doom Patrol is so focused, and like we knew it from like episode 1 that
it honestly depends on how they go for season 2.
Yeah, like I'm sure it's just going to be quick cameos like Donna's was, which wasn't a problem. But
yeah, no, Donna was used well.
Just
but she's full time now, so
yeah. I'm just saying, just be careful not to blow everything now. That's all, because it could get disjointed quick when you keep introducing a lot of shit. Like the reason why Doom Patrol is so good is because they're taking
focus on those core characters.
Like they have a lot of episodes where things are just marinate.
Yeah.
So I'm not that worried though. I'm just saying, just be careful.
All right. Next thing we got Doom Patrol. Since Darius is the only one who watched it this week, Darius, take it away.
All right. So boom, this week's episode of Doom Patrol. Last week, Cyborg basically got canceled, or not canceled, captured. He got canceled, son, by the Bureau of Normalcy, and this episode is about the team telling Vic's dad, Silas, about it, and Silas is like, "Well, we got to go get him." And it's basically a rescue operation. So Silas takes them all to the Bureau of Normalcy, and they try and fight, but they get captured immediately. And you think that Silas basically gave them up to the Bureau so he could get Vic out. Meanwhile, Vic has been in the cell and he's basically going crazy without, or he's talking to his like cellmate on the other side and going crazy. And each of the Doom Patrol members they're on the verge of getting tortured. Jane is about to get tortured. Larry gets the negative energy sucked out of him, which I didn't even know was a thing that could happen. And Cliff is just stuck to a big ass magnet for the whole episode until he pops up Rita, who always looks, she always looks gross when she's in that like blob form. But they basically free everyone from the Bureau of Normalcy, and this army of butts starts attacking everybody. Yeah, no, I'm being serious. Like this army of butts basically just comes running out, and the butts have teeth, and they kill a bunch of
army.
Yeah, we
have reached peak, my niggas. Absolute peak.
They basically kill all the agents, and Silas goes, rescues Vic, right? And right as Silas rescues him, a clip starts playing of Silas and a lab assistant who are setting up Vic's operating system grid, and how the lab assistant basically tried to say that, hey, if you do this, your son, if you do this and you do the reset, your son is going to be more machine than human. And Silas is like, oh, does it look like I care? So that makes Vic mad, understandably. And Vic beats Silas to death right there. And you think like, oh, well, Vic understandably did the right thing, or the thing that he thought was right out of like a fit of rage. But then Mr. Nobody shows up and is like, yeah, I made up that whole video segment that just played. And this is what happens when you come looking for me. I told you to stop looking for me. So basically, Vic killed his dad for nothing. And that's how the episode ends.
Oh, this is gas. This is
gas.
Yeah,
great episode. I'm kind of sad you guys didn't watch this week.
I got real life shit to deal with.
I just wanted to. I'm letting it stand.
You say that with every show.
Yeah, but I really do be knocking it out in like 2 days, though.
Yeah,
that's what I did with Deadly Class. It took me 1 day to finish. 2 days. Yeah.
Dan, take me back, bro. Take me back to Deadly Class. What a time!
I'm gonna rewatch that bitch in the summer.
I might reread
that.
What would you give it out of 10, Darius?
This is definitely like 10 out of 10 episode. I loved every minute of it.
Good.
Yeah, that just sounds like the best episode yet. I don't really know. I can't really say which is my favorite because I feel
me either, because they're all so good.
I like the latest like Danny the Street episode with Larry. That one like got me pretty emotional. So that might be my favorite, but
yeah, that's probably my favorite too.
They've all been so good, bro. I feel like this show should be getting gassed
a lot. It gets gassed a lot more.
We said that about Deadly Class too. The reality is niggas on Twitter don't have any taste. So
that's not true.
That's not true. Gassed more than Deadly Class, to be honest.
It needed more.
Yeah.
It needed more. All right. I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna watch that like maybe tonight.
Please do.
All right. Next thing, we got some Suicide Squad updates. First thing, David Masmalkian has been cast as Polka Dot Man, along with Daniela Melchior as Ratcatcher. If you don't know who David Masmalkian is, he was I believe the European foreign guy and part of Ant-Man's crew in Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, so not T.I. and not what's his face, the dude who looked like Scarecrow from Batman Begins.
Fucking the fact that T.I. was an Ant-Man still.
All right, hold up. T.I. was really good. T.I. was great in Ant-Man. Let's not.
It's just funny. It's just funny.
We need T.I.
The King of the South, motherfucker. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I feel like he was the one who orchestrated that role. No one asked for him.
He's just like, I'm in this movie now.
Yeah, I'm in here now. So what you gonna do?
Yeah, man, this cast, strange one.
It's very weird. You sound like fodder to me.
They do sound like fodder.
I mean, the whole point of Suicide.
That's kind of the point, though.
Yeah, that's literally the whole point.
I guess maybe when you introduce lesser known characters, you get the chance to put your own spin on it, and it'll piss people off less.
I mean, Polka Dot Man's just gonna be a big gag. So
Yeah, like it's the whole point is
His
like
name is Polka Dot.
take away like a lot of the responsibility, and you can just make these characters whatever you want because nobody's gonna give a damn about.
I'm just very nervous. Well, for like more well-known characters, like Harley, everybody's going to be watching Jim Rifle's back, rightfully so. After we've seen what he's done with Mantis and
Gamora
and
yeah, we already know.
I the only thing with that is that I'm just confident Margot won't let that happen.
Yeah, she won't.
She has a lot of pull in DC, so I don't think she'll let that happen.
Even though DC or Warner Brothers did hire Gunn, like they probably
value
Margot way more.
Yeah, they had to console her ass about that shit.
Yeah, like I think
she didn't. They had to legit convince her because she didn't want his ass in the first place.
I hope Jim Rifle is on a leash a little bit.
Or the Looking Glass mortal enemy.
Yeah, like
yeah,
but it's weird because like I'm somewhat excited for this movie.
I am. I'm looking forward to the dark humor, not like the dumb slapsticky type humor.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to take a break, and we will be right back with the latest episode of Game of Thrones and our thoughts about it. We'll see y'all later.
All right.
I don't know anything.